Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to keep your attention for a little while. This is my initial impression, my first reactions to watching Star Wars The Last Jedi. Of course, I had to cosplay for a minute, so I'm actually a dead X-Wing pilot. Hopefully that plays pretty well, I don't know. Anyway, let's get started with it. First things first, the opening scene reminded me a lot of Empire. Poe Dameron is an adrenaline junkie. He definitely takes up a lot of the first sequence. There's definitely some surprises here and there in the movie. General Hux always seems to be in a world of trouble, somehow. Luke is definitely crazy. He doesn't act as backwards as Yoda was. There's definitely some ghost force apparition appearances, and I think this movie changes what you expect the rules to be as a Force ghost. Wow, there's a lot going on in this movie. So much that I'm going to watch it again tomorrow, again at an afternoon showing. I watched it in IMAX 3D, very, very good, high-quality picture. The quality of the video and audio was fantastic as usual. It's a Lucasfilm joint, so of course it's going to be really good for visuals, and as far as audio goes, you're definitely getting the highest delivery method in a movie theater at that point, I'd say, for sure. Yeah, and wow, what else? After the opening scene, we start to see that there's some conflicts going on. I really liked Laura Dern's character, Holdo. I liked Kelly Marie Tran as Rose. They both really contributed a lot to the story. They weren't squandered like, say, Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera or Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa. These new stars, if you will, and some old stars, I shouldn't say old, but more experienced actress like Laura Dern, she comes in, and at first I thought they were going to squander her. They're going to underutilize her. They actually did not underutilize her. I think she was pivotal in this storytelling, absolutely. Also, Gwendolyn Christie as Captain Phasma. Oh man, I really feel like maybe she really needs to rethink the Star Wars stories and how her character fits into them. Anyway, Benicio del Toro had an amazing turn as DJ. I can't even remember if they mentioned his name or not. But, yeah, very interesting character. The planet, the bourgeoisie planet, if you will, was pretty well executed as far as the effects, the creature effects. It's definitely another creature movie, absolutely. The crystal foxes were pretty cool. The porgs, the crystal foxes, a lot of the, put it to you this way, there's at least one animal that moves the story in a direction or gives the story some more motive, if you will, gives the character some more motive, but it wasn't the porgs and it wasn't the crystal foxes. Princess Leia, there's a few scenes, and I think they intentionally shot Carrie Fisher, shot her performances in a very beautiful way. Just trying to, I think they shot it, or they presented some of the scenes in such a way that it was going to give her a send-off. I think we knew that, Carrie Fisher had passed on and everything. So a lot of us were definitely hinging on some moments with Princess Leia, and the movie did not disappoint. Wow, Kylo Ren, his character is developing very quickly. Even more so, Rey. There is a new, I guess there was nothing in the original trilogy that gave us this Jedi instant messenger. We started to see a little bit of it in episode 3 when it seemed like Palpatine was bridging a telepathic communication between Anakin and Padme when he's about to go to Palpatine's office and choose, make his decisions and confront Palpatine, Mace Windu, and so on. But there was this telepathic bond there, if you will, and we get to see that in this movie between Kylo Ren and Rey. There's also a kiss involved in this movie, I will tell you that. Definitely there's some It's a war flick for sure. There's some battles going on. A lot of just the rebels rebelling, if you will. Definitely. And I really had a good time with the movie. I think that in some ways this movie could almost... I don't know, the Jedi Instant Messenger thing is one thing that I'm having a little problem wrapping my head around. But I guess I could appreciate the way it was shot and presented. The way one side and one scene switches in and out. I like that a lot. But it was hard to accept in a Star Wars universe and in the context of what we've already seen for the rules in which each Star Wars character operates, if you will, including Jedi and Sith. Wow, it was a good movie, though. I have to watch it again just to digest it more. And I hope you all get the chance to watch it if you're a Star Wars freak. I guess that's why you're watching this right now. I don't know if my cosplay works for you or not. I do apologize, but then I don't really apologize because you weren't around for the Battle of Yavin. You weren't there, man. You don't know what those X-Wing pilots had to go through. It was hell. At least that's what my character would say. But again, thank you very much for watching. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to want to check this one out. It definitely sets a new bar for a Star Wars movie. 2.5 hours. And your bladder will feel every minute of it. Definitely hydrate, but try to stay light. Because I sat through the whole 2.5 hours. I wasn't going anywhere. And it definitely tested my endurance for watching a movie. But because it was Star Wars and the way it was presented, I really just had a good time. I have to say, I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I think a lot of people are definitely... There are some things that are shot kind of strange. Maybe visually represented in an odd fashion. Maybe that could have been a result of me watching it in 3D. Maybe some people just didn't like certain parts of it, I'm sure. Some of my friends have already said they do like it, don't like it. I liked it, and I can't wait to watch it again. I can't wait to think about it a little bit more, sift through it, dissect it. Certainly there's some echoes from other movies and repeated lines. There's still some rhyming going on in Episode 8, for sure. But towards the end, we start to realize that this is a little bit bigger. This is a little bit bigger than what we've been exposed to as far as families and the patriarchy, matriarchy. I think that you could almost say that Episode 9 might just be the loose ends of Episode 8. Really. That's about all I'm going to say right now. Good flick. I enjoyed it. It fits right in with all the other Star Wars movies, no problem. If I had to say, was it better than Empire? Close. Very close. They definitely make some paradigm shifts. They change up what's already been done and what we've already been used to and accustomed to seeing in the Star Wars universe. And for some people, that's going to be a little bit more of a leap than others. But I definitely enjoyed taking the leap. And wow, it was really incredible. I kept my thoughts to myself. I waited the 20-30 minutes till I got home. Said, okay, fine, I'm going to open my mouth up and talk about it. For me, it's just a way of venting it, if you will. Talk to somebody after 1 p.m., 1:30 p.m. is what it is, or 1:30 a.m. right now, excuse me, is what it is right now for me locally. And for me to actually call up somebody and talk to them about this would be pretty absurd. We're tight, but we're not that tight. So I had to go ahead and pop a quick video out. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope this makes you want to go watch the movie. Definitely you're going to want to cast aside some of your preconceptions. If some jerk-off spoiled anything in some comments you were reading online, just pay it no mind. Go watch the movie. Clear your mind. Clear your mind, as a famous Jedi Master once said. And I think you're going to have a good time with this one, for sure. It definitely represents the Star Wars saga very well. And I really, the other thing is, Daisy Ridley, there's absolutely no way to photograph her in a bad light. Really, she's great. She does a good job. I think there's a little bit of her warming up to... If they shot the scenes in order, then definitely about 15, 20 minutes into the movie, maybe 30 minutes into the movie, then you start to see her acting kind of get into gear, if you will. There were a few dead lines here and there, and I think maybe they were just shooting it really quickly for certain scenes. I'm not sure. But it still goes over well. It's still very cohesive. It's still very coherent. It tells a full, complete story, once again. And they did not kill the Millennium Falcon. It did get a chance to shine, I will tell you that. Man, oh man, just enjoy it. Definitely, may the Force be with you. It's a great time to be a Star Wars fan. And thank you all for watching. Take care.